Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here to do What's Cracking reading. I'm so sorry about the mix-up yesterday. A couple of people wrote to me and said there was no What's Cracking reading, and I thought that's funny. I put it up and set it to public, but somehow or another, I don't know whether I flicked it or whether the system put it back, but it ended up going back to private settings. So I'm really sorry about that. The reading did cut out yesterday for the bonus read, so I did post the oracle card that I pulled after that, which was very fitting for the reading, as Spirit always makes sure it is. So my apologies for that, and also the fact I didn't get Libra up yesterday. I was flat out all day, and then I've got a chance to do the Libra reading, so I'll be doing that this morning. Catch-up day. So quick thank you to everybody for all of your support, particularly to those who wrote to me to help me out with those cards. I did want to order oracle cards, and I tried to find some way, try and find them somewhere else to get them posted, but can't get hold of them. And a few of the readers I watch use those particular decks, so it's beautiful. So thank you again for your response to that. I felt really very really loved and honoured by your response, so thank you to all of you. I have written back to you all to thank you, and now I know where to go to if it ever happens to me again. And I've been buying things from the States for years. I've never had that happen before. So all right, let's get into some business. 18th, I have the intermediate tarot class going ahead. I still have a few spots left there. If you're interested in taking your tarot to the next level, so if you already have a basic understanding but you want to practice reading for others and get the feedback, then the intermediate is the way to go. That's on the 18th from 9 till 12 Australian Eastern Standard Time, which in the States I think is Friday night. So let me know, email me if you're interested in coming on board. It's 3 hours, so and usually we get quite a lot in that time. So it'll be about testing your intuition, reading for other people. You even get to read for me, I get to read for you, so we have a lot of fun. Okay, the 25th, I have the platform event with Linda, the Psychic Pin-Up. We will be doing that via Zoom again, same as my classes, I do them all by Zoom. If you are interested in that, that's over on my Facebook page. Tickets are limited, we do have a few tickets left, and we've only got 20 in total, so we're keeping it a little bit tighter this time. The competition for a free reading with me, I hope to do these more often. My time just gets a little bit pushed sometimes, so but I haven't drawn the winner yet. I have told you what I like, and I've given you a second choice too, so I can widen my search for the winner. I'll try and get that done today, but I have I think about 70, 80 entries into that, so it'll take me a little while to go through them. And I think that's everything. I think it is. All right, let's get into your reading. We're going to use the Albano Rider-Waite Tarot here, and okay. Oh, you know, when I get a positive card come out first, I can't help but feel that's already a start, like a good start for the day. The Victory card is a card that talks about, obviously, victory. It's about winning at something, but more so, and what I often see as is that recognition. You know, when finally somebody sort of recognizes who you are, or recognizes who you are at a deeper level. Even this far in my journey, I still have these dreams where people don't recognize me, which I think is still quite fascinating, because you sort of go through all of this healing, but you still have these sort of repeat memories that are stuck in your psyche despite all the work I've done. So when I see this card, I think this is the card where somebody recognizes you, whether that's in a love sense, really seeing you, or whether you feel that you've always blended into the background or been invisible, then all of a sudden people start to see who you are. It's quite interesting really that psychologically we can make ourselves invisible, but it's a very good skill that we've learned early in life to not be noticeable. And then when we get to be adults, we're like, that's really funny, nobody seems to see me. You know, people come, I still have it. People will come up and say, oh, hi, I'm so-and-so. And I think I've met you 3 times before. Don't know. It's very good skill, and you learn it as a child so you don't get into trouble and you can just blend into the background. So I became very good at it. But the victory card says that somebody has recognized you here. Maybe somebody's seen you in terms of, you know, showing you love or showing you who you are, reflecting back to you who you are. But it could be recognition for a job well done as well. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles coming through. Now, the Two of Pentacles for me is very much about balancing something out. But it's always balancing out two very similar options. You know, head over heart, heart over head. Two options, two things coming at you the same way. Okay, I feel I know what's coming here. Let's see how this pans out. I've got Spirit bringing a lot of messages through. You're making a decision between two things here. I feel like perhaps you've started to develop feelings for someone. Perhaps somebody's finally seen you after a period of time. Perhaps you remained invisible to this person. And I feel like now you have two options. So it's like you've manifested someone new in and somebody else is rushing in here. So you've got two people coming in at the same time. Perhaps two people who are both, yeah, look, there they are, both very interested in who you are. But I see the Magician there, and I think both of these people have seen you. Both of these people want to be with you, and you now have this sort of choice here on which direction to go in. I'm going to go a little bit further. Someone's getting here. There's the choice. You've got a choice between two people here. So maybe you've met someone and you've started to sort of get something off the ground, and somebody's racing in here that perhaps has just recognized you. So I feel very strongly you've got two options. Now, if you're not looking at options in regard to romance, it could be that you've been offered two jobs at the same time, or two properties if you're looking at properties, or two places to move to, Spirit is talking about. So you may have, whatever it is, you've got two options here. And I feel like here you're trying to sort between two elements or two energies, where to go, what to do, how to balance that out. And I feel like this is going to be really big for you for the next couple of weeks, because there is this energy of both options being equally good for you. All right, let's have a look. Oh, another two. Spirit really rubbing it in now. Two options here. I can see you've clearly already made up your mind which way you want to go here. You can see that this option here, this person is really leaving behind. I feel this sort of, the fact that it's sort of tied up or pinned down says to me this person feels that this particular option is not as, I want to say fluid, or not as movable. But I feel like this person is thinking that maybe this can't grow anymore, or maybe this is stuck. And this new option here offers so much more. So I feel like you're already, you know, it's like the Two of Pentacles. It's like one is up, one is down. And you can see him focused on the down one. So there's sort of this energy that maybe you've already made up your mind in some way, shape or form of the direction you want to go in. But I still feel that this choice is going to be somewhat difficult for you to make. Need I say any more? When you see it in action like that, you think, wow, okay, I'm always super awed over how Spirit gets around it. I was about to say, I can see you being in this sort of dilemma here. It may be keeping you awake at night, wondering if you're going to make the right decision, especially if it's something like uprooting, moving house, going to a different state, maybe even a different country for some of you. But there's something here. But you see, I know that Spirit has been talking about always listening to what your soul wants, you know, and really diving deeper. I feel like whatever this is for you is going to create a lot of stress and anxiety, because I feel that you're finding it difficult here to make that decision with the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so do you run away from difficult decisions? Do you tend to sort of bury your head in the sand if things become too overwhelming or too great? I want to ask you here, do you have abandonment issues? Because I see you trying to sort of run away from something here. And I feel like here you're trying to run away from some sort of energy of having to make a decision. So what are you What are you trying to get away with here? Okay. Boy. Whoever I'm speaking to here, this is going to be extremely difficult for you. This person is sort of like trying to get away from, like trying to run away from making some sort of decision here. So whatever this is going to create a great deal of anxiety. And again, thinking, you know, whatever this is, you've obviously been, you know, in a position where you haven't had to worry up until now, because it's come in like a bit of a tower moment here, a bit of a storm, and it's sudden, and it's like you have to make a decision here. And maybe the decision has to be made quickly. That's why I'm feeling that sort of stormy energy. You know, if you're being offered jobs, maybe you only have a few days to make a decision because you have to move or relocate. Oop. All right, so we have the 8 of Cups. So that does look like a decision to me. It does look like you've made a decision, or you're going to. I don't think it's easy though with that 8 of Pentacles here. But again, this could mean it is to do with a job, a relocation for work. I feel like for some of you may have an opportunity to go overseas. It could be interstate, like for some of us, especially in Australia, going to, you know, Perth, Western Australia is like going overseas. It's several hours to get there. And it often, Perth comes up as overseas in the readings. So if somebody lives at a distance, it often comes up as looking as though it's overseas. This is turning your back on someone to move towards someone you feel is more, if this is a person for you, you're moving towards the person that you feel can be the best provider for you. So I feel like this is about choice. Someone you can work with here. This is definitely the energy of putting in work into something. All right, let's keep going. King of Swords, wow. And the Chariot here as well. Okay, soul contracts. All right, so I feel like some of you have some sort of soul contract with 2 people. I do have strong Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and strong Air, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. But I also have Cancer coming through here. And you have like this 3 of Pentacles here, which tells me, like, you can see it very clearly. You might have a choice between 2 people. But don't forget, the kings can represent places or other things as well. So it could be you do have 2 jobs or 2 situations or 2 places to choose from. And maybe one of them is more suited to your feminine side and one of them is more suited to your masculine side. So the King of Swords can be more logical, and the Chariot, obviously representing Cancer, would be a lot more emotional. And you have some sort of soul contract coming through for you here. And I see this King of Pentacles here, and I feel like this is picking a long-term partner for some of you. I do see you walking away though. I do see you walking away, and I feel like this is your choice here. I feel like this reading is particularly pertinent if you are an earth sign. If this is about work, you are choosing between 2 jobs here. One of them your heart is going with, but it may not be quite as lucrative or quite as financial as the other one. And the other one you're seeing as a more logical choice. Maybe it's closer to family, for example. But I feel like here you are taking on the energy of earth. You're taking on the energy of being practical, looking at all the options, trying to make the best decision. But I feel like, quite honestly, you feel like going and just you feel like going and burying your head in the sand and just pretending this doesn't really exist. Definitely running away from it here. But a decision has to be made, and I feel like for some of you this might be a timed decision. I do see you turning your back on someone to work with the other person though. But which way round for you that is, I'm not 100% sure, but you're definitely making that decision. But I feel like because it's part of your soul pathway, you may be looking at this in a very different way if it's about a person. Because what you're looking at here is the practicalities. choosing the person that's right for you and putting the energy in the person that's right for you. So there seems to be a very practical decision, even though you may be using your heart here, there seems to be a very practical decision on which way to go with this. So I feel like I'm sort of talking to people here who are going to be really on the fence, because I feel like a lot of you are looking for work or looking for life paths or jobs which sit with this soul contract here. So it very much feels to me that a lot of you have to make choices of moving, choices of relocating. Maybe for others of you, you've had 2 applications from universities come through, and maybe they're the 2 universities that you wanted to go to, and one of them may be closer to family, the other one may be further away, but that's the one your heart wants. Whatever this is here, this decision is going to be very, very difficult, but I do see you making it. I do see you making it, but again, I feel like you're going to choose from your soul, not what everybody tells you is right for you, not what you think is right for you, but what your soul desires. All right, so we have a victory coming through. So I feel like something has been, it's almost like you've got a wish coming true in double. That's the way it feels, like you've got something coming in here that's come in double for you. I do see you making a choice. I see the choice being very difficult. Again, you can see this guy has his back to the ocean. Could be that you are trying to make a very logical decision. You have 2 people coming in here, or 2 things, 2 jobs, whatever it is for you, you've got 2 things coming in. One you think very logically is right for you, the other one you may feel very passionate about, but you have manifested doubly here. That's why it's so beautiful. So you've got communication coming in here, and this says to me here that you have a choice, possibly between 2 people, but certainly a choice. And look, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So whatever you choose here is going to be beautiful for you on your journey, because I feel like here you're picking from your soul, and maybe you've been a person who has maybe never really picked for yourself. Maybe you've picked because, you know, of a certain, how would you say it? Maybe you've picked jobs because your parents thought they were right for you. Maybe you've picked things because they seemed to be right for you, but you really didn't know yourself what you wanted. Whatever this is here, you've got definitely 2 opportunities coming at you, and you are going to be very strung out trying to make that decision. But ultimately, you'll pick what's right for you, because, yeah, there you go. Look at that 4 of Wands. So I really feel for some of you, Justice card, Karma, this is all part of your contract, your soul contract here. So it's sort of coming in at a time when you need to pick or choose for yourself. And if you've done a lot of work getting back to yourself, that may be why it's very difficult. Oh, look at this. This is just beautiful. So you're going to pick what you choose, which makes sort of a sense in that you're choosing for who you are now, and you may have done a lot of work on yourself, but you're choosing what's right for you here. And I feel like the universe is giving you this opportunity, so you know how important you are with that victory card. So it's like you're being given this opportunity because now you are seeing yourself for who you truly are. I feel like somehow or another you've seen things differently. So again, looking back and wondering what you were before, because you're now the Empress. That's beautiful energy. So this time you're choosing what's right for you, not what's right for your family, not what's right for money, not what's right for you where you live. You are choosing because you know who you are and you know what's right for you. Wow, beautiful energy. All right. The clock just said 1919 for anybody who's a bit of a numerology person. Okay, this one probably will sum it up for you. You are focusing purely on the negative, but there is also a positive side you're not seeing. Your mental attitude and thoughts can make things seem good or bad, beautiful or ugly. All is a matter of perception. What you think you shall become. Be positive, for behind the perceived darkness there is much love, light and good fortune. So maybe looking at what you want here rather than what could go wrong, or looking at what you want rather than what is best. Whatever it is for you, you're going to pick for yourself. Wow, that's a really beautiful card. I don't remember seeing that. It's called Freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So I feel like here you may be really being given such an opportunity that may just be life-changing for you. All right, I will leave you with that. Have a wonderful day.